Hi gang, Gregg the News Tribune in Seattle. What did we learn today? Well, the Seahawks are the NFC West champions for the first time since 2016. Home playoff game here in 2 weeks. Opponent to be determined by next week's games. And we learned again today that the evolution of this team has become one that can win in different ways. In September and October, they only won when Russell Wilson was lighting the league on fire and not making mistakes, off to the most touchdown passes to start a season in league history. Well, now that's changed. It was not sustainable the way the defense was giving up points and yards in record fashion, NFL record fashion to begin the season, and it wasn't sustainable to not have a run game. Now the Seahawks are a playoff caliber team because they can win in different ways. If defenses want to take Russell Wilson away, they do have options now with not one but two, but three top running back choices. Now that Chris Carson, Carlos Hyde, and Rashad Penny are all back and healthy. But more importantly, the Seahawks don't just have to outscore everybody anymore to win. 9 points today, 2 games after allowing 3 points by, the Jets, but the Jets have since beaten 2 playoff teams. These Rams, the Seahawks play today, and then today beat Cleveland. And then today, 9 points for the Rams, who had owned Seattle offensively in the last few years. I mean, owned them like Amazon owned Seattle the last few years. Offensively, McVay, Jared Goff, they have been Cooper Kupp. You saw Cooper Kupp again today. But the Rams for years have just owned Seattle defensively. Today, 3 field goals is all the Rams managed, and that's why the Seahawks are division champs. First, only the second time in 7 games the Seahawks have beaten LA. Of course, you saw the decisive series, 1st and goal from the 2, and the Rams don't get in the end zone. Very telling to me that after Darrell Henderson went out injured with the ankle injury after Adams ran him down from behind on the play that got the Rams to the 2-yard line for a first down. Henderson went out of the game with an ankle injury. Cam Akers was already out, lead rusher for the Rams. When they brought Malcolm Brown in as the 3rd running back, the bootleg play-action pass game went to the sidelines with Henderson. Very telling to me that all 4 play calls were run plays. 3 by Malcolm Brown, 1 on a quarterback sneak by Jared Goff. KJ Wright in that sequence, just again proving he deserves a contract, and it needs to be here in Seattle in his mind, because that's where he wants to finish his career. Before the season began, he thought this was a borrowed time second season. He had earned last year the non-guaranteed back half of his 2-year deal he signed before 2019. I don't think he and the Seahawks thought he'd play beyond this season, but the way he is performing at age 31, 10 years on the team, the longest tenured, I should say, Seahawk, he needs to be back in the defense. He was taking away the bootleg plays. The Rams kept running to his side. He was taking away the lead receiver, the primary receiver in the short flat, but yet still quick enough to get up on Goff and limit him to 1 or 2 or 3 yard gains. Also interesting to me, the Rams just quit running bootlegs to Jordan Brooks's weak side linebacker spot. By the time the 3rd quarter rolled on, it was exclusively away from Brooks because of how fast the rookie 1st-round pick is at linebacker. The Rams didn't even want to test that. You saw the sequence, the 4 plays from the 2-yard line and in. Wright said he wasn't blitzing on the quarterback sneak that he stopped Goff on 3rd down. He was supposed to be manning the C gap along with Brooks on either side. But he said in that situation, you just have to take your shot and go for it. And he did, into the A gap, right over the center, and met Goff in the hole like he was a long-lost friend and one who owed him a lot of money. And then on 4th down, it was almost as if Wright knew where the play was going, as if he was in the Rams huddle, because he was in the hole and blowing it up off right tackle almost at the snap. Brown had nowhere to run, tried to run inside, and that's when he ran into Brooks coming off the backside for the tackle. No gain. Seahawks maintained a 13-6 lead. Then you see what happens next. The Rams end up getting a field goal, but then Jacob Hollister catching a touchdown pass from Russell Wilson in the same north downtown side end zone at which the 49ers denied the Seahawks of the division title 12 months ago. And the division title game, tonight, different team the Seahawks were facing than that stacked 49ers team. Today, the Rams can't keep Hollister out of the end zone with 2:45 left. The game-clinching touchdown, 20-9 victory. All kinds of interesting stories to come. What will happen next? Because now Jared Goff reported, Mike Silver of Sports Illustrated, former Cal Bear like Goff is, reporting that Goff has a broken thumb that needs surgery and that he may not play again this season. I bet you can't name who the Rams' backup quarterback is. I didn't even know who it was until during the game when I saw Goff shaking his thumb repeatedly. John Walford, 1 year out of Wake Forest. The Rams' playoff fortunes may be with him. And it is right now a possibility the Rams will come back to Seattle in 2 weeks. They're the 6th seed currently in the NFC. The Seahawks are the 3 seed. The Rams have a test next week against the Cardinals team at home that the Cardinals have to win to make the playoffs. And the Rams may have to do it without Jared Goff. The Seahawks go to the desert to play San Francisco in the 49ers' current home while Santa Clara County kicks them out because of COVID-19. Remains to be seen how much the Seahawks have to play for. They need the Packers and the Saints to lose in order to have any chance at the first seed in a first-round bye. If the Packers, the Saints, and the Seahawks all finish with the same record in the conference, the Saints win a 3-way tie. Right now, the Packers, as I'm speaking, are playing tonight, but they have a 1-game lead in the loss column on the Saints and the Seahawks for the number 1 seed. That's the only bye in the conference again this season in a new expanded playoff with only 1 first-round bye for the top seed in each conference. Lots of my coverage on the News Tribune talking about the defense. My colleague Lauren Smith has a story about Jacob Hollister's redemptive touchdown after being stopped 1.5 yards short of it for the division title last year. And we'll see what becomes of this new defensive uprising, season revitalizing the last 6 games on defense. I detailed in a sidebar story at thenewstribune.com. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a great Christmas and have a very, very Merry New Year. We all deserve one after 2020. Thanks.